So I want to tell you something that should have been obvious, but is not. Otherwise, we wouldn't have anybody burn out in the planet. So, of course, this is applicable to every single person in the planet, men and women, but especially women. And I would say, especially intelligent women like yourselves, who have finished your university, your PhD, speak several languages, grew in the businesses in corporate or entrepreneurship. So, in other words, you're so intelligent that you have been very good at using all that masculine energy. And what brought you here may not bring you there. They will not bring you to the happy place where you not only can get the money and the accolades, but the joy and the love to be able to receive it. So I'm not going to tell you anything new because you know it to your bones. So it's going to be really a reminder. I could talk for hours about this, so I decided just to reduce my talk to 4 points. And 4 points that I hope you would remember very well with my board. And I start with B1. And B1 is body first. Body first. We're talking in the context of mentorship. You're going to meet your mentor, or you are going to be the mentor to somebody. Before you start the session, breathe, go for a walk. Just do a body scan. Body scan, just think that you're a scanner and look from top to bottom. Oh, am I hungry? Are my clothes too tight? Am I thirsty? What's with me? There are so many problems of incontinence among women because we don't listen that we need to go to the toilet. So body first. Prepare your meeting. You need to eat. You haven't drank. Just prepare your meeting by body first. And what is very interesting is that if you do your body scan, your body not only will tell you that you need to eat or to drink, but also will tell you other information. And you have to notice. I have noticed, and the moment when this started was when I had a terrible pain in my left shoulder before meeting a client. And I started linking sensations in my body with conversations that I was having with my clients. And I started noticing when my body was telling me, yes, no, she has problems with her dad, she has problems with her mom, she has problems with. If you start becoming really present and embodied in your body, you're going to start listening, attuning to the needs of the other person. And the other person, your coach, your mentee, your mentor, but it also can be your client or your boss. Just by being present in your body, you can be in the present for the conversation. So that is number one, body first. Point on number two is very dark, very dark. If you look at what psychologists say about women is that we are in average lower in disagreeableness, so very high in agreeableness. We are very nice, really. We are the good girl. Even if we are 90, we are the good girl. What do you want? I solve it for you. I do it for you. Do you have a problem? We are really, really very nice. I love the story of Sleeping Beauty, that she was born and they wanted to invite all the powerful women in the kingdom, and all the powerful women in the kingdom went 13. But they just had 12 plates. So they invited 12 and they forgot one. Who? The witch, the black one, the one that we don't want to see. And the first one gave her beauty and beautiful voice. And then arrived Malefica. And Malefica was really angry. So she killed the baby, or she promised to kill the baby. And what the other powerful women said, well, we revert the spell a little bit just to make her sleep. In other words, to make her unconscious, unconscious of her own beauty, unconscious of her own power. So, what will happen if we actually invited our inner witch to our day to day? What if we said no? What if we said today, on Thursday? I don't do that. I don't do that, boss. I don't do that, client. I don't do that, son, daughter. This is my limit. Then we will not fall in the unconscious. And that is what I want you to be very aware. You are going to be mentor mentee. Bring the witch. Bring the witch to the party. Bring limits, boundaries, attention, really the things that you have always suppressed, the things that rage, fear, just consider it. Is there something I need to learn from this thing that I'm trying to repress? Because if you have noticed, the witch comes to the party. If you're trying to repress rage, fear, anxiety, it will come in ways that you really don't want it. At my age, I'm 54. I have seen quite some of people I love getting ill because repressed uh, dark feminine. So I invite the witch to the party. And then this one, oh, I'm liking this so much because if you see, it's not totally straight, you know. And this is about uh, perfection. I was driving with the car with my daughter. She's now 12. And she was telling me that the school, the girls were criticizing her because, she was wearing these shoes that are not perfect. So in the car, we just saw all these trees, and I asked her, well, which tree is more perfect than the other? Oh, which one? That tall one, the small one, the bushy one, the more green, the more yellow one? Which one is more perfect? Those shoes or those shoes? Isn't it fantastic that your shoes are really old and you're not creating trash in the planet? Isn't that really fantastic? So I invite you to look at the imperfection and the what is not as the possibility of what it could be. So I invite you to see the 80-20 rule in a different way. Prepare yourself 20% to what you are going to do and allow 80% to be given to you. Allow that in 80% of imperfection. That 80% of imperfection will be substituted by 80% of presence in the moment, 80% of connection with the person you're talking to. And this is powerful because in this, by doing this, you release your intuition. You release other elements of your intelligence that you are not using because you see, there is much more than 2 + 2. There is the nuance, the thing that is not written, the thing that is in the tone of voice, the thing that actually makes perfect art, perfect intimacy, perfect, uh, you know, with that you will know which deal to take or which client to reject or which business partner to take on. So this perfection and imperfection is about preparation and really opening to uncertainty. Particularly now, this week. This week is everything about the polarity. We have the polarity, or or the blue or the red. And if you are blue, you are not good. If you're red, you're not good. And this imperfection is the idea that both can be. And we can create perfection with contradictory things like pain and suffering can live with love and growth, like uncertainty can live with certainty. Is this idea of perfection of life, and this is the feminine, basically. And another idea of the feminine is the blue. The blue represents water, and water represents flow. It's the ultimate feminine. And the ultimate feminine is about really, it's like a continuation of the previous point, is being in the moment, and being in the moment in a constant question. And the constant question is, how do I want it? How do I want it? And this is very interesting because the moment you get something or what you are wanting, you want it slightly different. And it's a matter of enjoying what you're having and opening yourself for more. Enjoying what you're having and opening yourself for more. And this is like a dance. Imagine, can you see, have you seen the people dancing tango? A little bit pulling and pushing and letting yourself go, and helping the partner to invent other moves. That is how water moves. And this is, you can do it in intimate relationships, you can do it in mentoring, you can do it at work, just by being in that element of water without forcing your agenda into others, but being in the moment, in the flow of things. So those are my 4 points. Body first, invite, make friends with the witch that lives within, welcome imperfection and the duality, and flow.